If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside,
You think he had a chance to win?
But what makes you say that? You know, I mean,
You need the money. I'm telling you.
Does he have a chance to win?
Things are heating up in the world of fighting right now. But Crawford, often called the pound-for-pound king, has made a bold move. He's decided to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. But there's a brutal catch. Crawford laid down a condition so ruthless, it shook the boxing world. He told Tank, no fight unless you first defeat Jake Paul in their upcoming bout this November. So now, this isn't just about belts or rankings anymore. It's about pride, redemption, and proving your worth. What we're witnessing might just be one of the wildest storylines boxing has seen in years.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him come and touch it.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Let's tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Crawford doesn't play games when it comes to his legacy. After dominating Canelo Alvarez, and once again proving he's one of the most skilled fighters in history, but didn't ignore Tank's call out. Instead, he made things crystal clear. You want me? Prove yourself. Beat Jake Paul first.
You know, unification, right? I know we last talked Big Bro first to Tank, right? And then, or is it?
Whoever. I told Tank. Tank know what's up. You know what I mean? He know what he up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? He want to fight these guys that everybody in the world know that ain't gonna give him no fight. They not mentally there. You know what I mean? They might have a little skills here and there, but mentally wise, they not gonna be able to keep it up that whole fight. And them 2 guys right there, you know what I mean, is gonna be the ones that, you know, give him his first L.
First glance, this might sound like a simple demand. Tank is a 3-time world champion, after all, and many still see Jake Paul as just a YouTuber who turned pro boxer. But when you take a step back, the picture isn't so simple. Jake weighs in at 195 pounds, bigger, stronger, and fighting at cruiserweight. Tank, on the other hand, has never even touched 140 pounds. That's a nearly 60-pound difference. In other words, Crawford is daring Tank to walk through fire before even thinking about stepping into the ring with him.
Oh, he shouldn't?
you don't think? Sorry. So, I thought we were all unanimous here. Do you think Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis?
70 pounds is 70 pounds. Gervonta Davis is very small. 5'5".
He's tiny, bro.
5'5".
That's what I'm saying.
Jake Paul
He's a little
6'1".
man.
If Jake Paul's tucking up
move on
and absorbing punishment for walking forward, and look, there's a way.
Crawford's condition isn't just about putting up a challenge. It's a statement. Bud-Nosed Tank has been under fire lately for chasing money fights over legacy fights. Remember, Tank backed out of the rematch with Lamont Roach, the same Roach who beat him badly in their first meeting just to take a fight with Jake Paul. Fans accuse Tank of ducking real competition.
What's next, and if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. Definitely might see it in a minute.
What does Crawford do? He flips the script. He tells Tank, you want to face the best fighter in the world? Then show us. Handle Jake Paul, his weight, his circus, and the pressure that comes with it. Then, and only then, this fight will make sense. It's like Crawford is testing Tank's heart before he tests his hands.
Versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank. So
let's not forget the fight between Tank and Jake Paul this November is already one of the most talked about events of the year. Jake is a cruiserweight. Tank usually fights at lightweight. That's 6 full weight classes apart. If Tank wins, fans will hail him as a hero. But if he loses, the backlash will be brutal.
Even start to break down a Tank Davis versus Jake Paul fight. Tank, a massively powerful fighter at 135 pounds, but his punch output is among the lowest in the sport. Jake has a pretty decent punch output for a guy that's 200 pounds. He hits hard in his own right, but doesn't have the skill and capabilities anywhere close, or the feet, or the hand speed, or the eyes anywhere close to Tank Davis, but has a power that Tank Davis has probably never felt, but just because Jake is naturally 70 pounds bigger than him, right? So 10 rounds, 3 minutes, who starts to show the wear and tear first? I know if Tank touches him on the jaw, it's probably not going to feel like roses, regardless if he's 135 or 150 or whatever he steps in that night. He's still a Tank and has still put guys down as he's gone up in weight, but Jake is just so much bigger. How much will the power that Tank has at the lower?
And that's what makes Crawford's condition so intense. He's not just demanding a fight. He's asking Tank to put everything on the line. Imagine if Jake Paul knocks out Gervonta Davis. Tank not only loses his shot at Bud, but he could also lose all credibility as a top-tier fighter.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody including Will, win. Fuck.
Question for you. You're a proud father.
This isn't just a challenge. It's a masterclass in leverage. Tank Davis isn't the same force he used to be. Fighters once feared his power, his hunger, his killer instinct. But these days, that fire seems dimmer. Instead of chasing greatness, he's chasing PAYDAYS.
Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something stolen, and he's looking like, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevens at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
And the fans have noticed. Many believe Tank chose Jake Paul over a rematch with Lamont Roach because Roach embarrassed him in their first fight. Walking away from that rematch made it look like he was avoiding tough competition.
If they would have countered, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He a little distracted in the fight.
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids and I had the same thing. I went through the same shit. When I fought Andre, that shit was burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
The spotlight is on him. If Tank beats Jake, he can rewrite the narrative. But if he loses, he might never be viewed the same again.
Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I'll be down. Let's run it. I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Plenty of fighters have spoken up. Shocker Stevenson slammed Tank for even considering Jake Paul, calling it a slap in the face to the sport of boxing.
Fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I get it, because at the end of the day, it's the money business, and you want to make the most money, but from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me, and if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah.
It's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become a world champion.
Really?
It's kind of weird because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank. And I mean, but with it being exhibition, it makes sense. That's fine. He got a big name that he's gonna be fighting. But I mean, it really makes no sense because he's gonna be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's gonna probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight.
Nah, that's theirs. Let them have that.
What do you think about that? Do you think Gervonta has a better chance of knocking Jake out than Jake has a chance of knocking Gervonta out?
Well, I'll tell you this, man. From the height difference, Gervonta gonna have to hit him on the low blows and the belly button, bro. Cause that's all he gonna reach. I think it's great, man. No matter what, man, it's giving the boxing culture something to look into.
Yeah.
So no matter what it is, it could be comical to a lot of people. It's a circus act, whatever you want, blah blah blah. But it's entertainment, and I think everyone's gonna want to tune in. Gervonta Tank Davis. It's sad we never was able to get a fight in. Got to do what you gotta do, but I get it, man. You got kids, you got a wife or baby mama, whatever it is. But you know, you gotta make your money, yo. You gonna make your money. You gonna call it quits, and you know, I don't blame you on that part, you know. And Jake Paul, you know, do what you gotta do. Don't get knocked out, and keep it cool.
Nate Diaz believed that the weight difference alone makes this fight weird and dangerous.
I gotta ask you, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Does Davis have a chance?
Gervonta is a great boxer, but he ain't gonna be Jake Paul.
So you got Jake Paul by knockout, or?
No, I don't got anybody, but I don't think
he's just too small.
It's just. I don't want to beat up somebody that small. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose to somebody that. There's no point in the fight. It's a great fight, actually. I'm not hating on the fight, but I think. My thoughts on it is let's watch and see what happens.
Ryan Garcia said that boxing's turning into WWE.
Yeah,
with that type of matchup. Do you agree? Last thing, White House card, like he said, you want Conor McGregor?
Yeah, but the whole thing's on WWE, so it's like, at least that's happening and it's getting something to talk about, something to watch, and